welcome back to BIOME, Jano Biology Dil Se. In this video, we'll discuss about events in sexual reproduction. So, if we come to the sexual reproduction, the features of the sexual reproductions in the last video we discussed already. And today, in the events in the sexual reproduction. So, if we look into the different kind of the organisms, so the pattern of the sexual reproduction, it's more or less common in every sexually reproducing organism. Okay, but the fundamental process can be same, but the sexual structures that are involved in the sexual reproductions, it varies organism to organism. Okay, clear? Those are the sexually reproducing organisms. Definitely they have some sexual structures. So their sexual structures, it is differs from each other, from each and every organisms. Now, if we discuss the events in the sexual reproductions, so those organisms reproduce sexually in their periods. They have total 3 phases. So what are those 3 phases? So the first phases is pre-fertilization, second fertilization, and third post fertilization. Okay, so pre-fertilization, fertilization, and post fertilization. So let's start with each and every points in details. So the pre-fertilization. So if we come to the pre-fertilizations, so the pre means before, and fertilization means the fusion of gametes. That means the pre-fertilization means this is the periods before the fertilizations of 2 gametes. Now, if we come to the details of this chapter or this portion, so what will happen? This pre-fertilizations, this point, it has 2 special points. First is the gametogenesis, and the second is gamete transfer. So comes with the gametogenesis. So what is the gametogenesis? So gamete, definitely we are getting idea. It's a gamete. And genesis means production. So that means this gametogenesis means it's a production of gametes. Gametogenesis means it's a production, it's a process of production gametes. Clear? Now, if we come to the gametes, what are the types of the gametes? So as we know, the gametes are of generally 2 types. So first is the homogametes, and next is the heterogametes. First is the homogametes and the next is the heterogametes. So we have to discuss each and everything in details. So let's start with that. So if we comes to the difference between the homogametes and heterogametes, so we can get the clear idea about this. So let's start with this difference between the homogametes and the heterogametes. So heterogametes. So what is means by the homogametes? So homo, it means same. That means if the gametes are same in morphology, they are similar in morphology, then it's called as homogametes. That means they are morphologically similar or identical. Okay, and as it is similar or identical, so that's why it's also called as gametes, also called as isogametes. And hetero means different. That means these gametes are not morphologically, similar. They are not at all morphologically similar. Okay, clear? So where we can get this isogamous or the heterogamous? Generally in lower plants. We are getting this homogametes, and generally this heterogametes generally we are getting in the higher organisms. Clear? Okay, and if you think about the abundance, so generally the heterogametes, this number is more abundance compared to the homogamous. It's clear? Now let's start with few examples where we can get maximum algae. Okay, algae, few fungi, and also we know the bryophytes. Okay, clear? And if you comes to the heterogametes, so the heterogametes means we already know. So in higher animals like our maximum mammals, okay, angiosperm, clear? There we are getting the heterogametes. Clear? Okay. So here if we think about the male gametes, so here the male gametes generally it's called as, here the male gametes generally called as sperm or antherozoid, and the female gametes generally called as ovum or egg. This is the basic difference between the homogametes and the heterogametes. Okay, so this is the main process of the gametogenesis. Now under this gametogenesis also the another important feature is there. That feature is the cell division. Okay, so why it's important? Because from where these gametes will form, from where this gamete will produce. Clear? So as we discussed, that was the heterogametes and the homogametes. So from where these heterogametes and the homogametes will produce, definitely they will produce from a particular cell. Correct? So that's what happens. Here we have to discuss another important features, that is cell division. So let's start with that. Cell division. Now as we know that the gametes are universally haploid. Correct? Remember this point, very important. The gametes are universally haploid. Gametes are universally haploid. Okay, that means they have a single set of chromosome. That's why they are haploid, and we are representing haploid by N, as we know that. And definitely from where the gametes will produce? The gametes are produced from particular cell. Correct? And this cell, it might be haploid or it might be diploid. Okay, once again, the gametes are produced from a particular cell. This cell, the ploidy of this cell, it might be diploid or it might be haploid. So let's start with that. In this cell, so suppose this cell is haploid. So from this haploid cell, definitely there will be productions of haploid gametes, because as I told, the gametes are universally haploid. But how it will produce? Definitely there is a some cell division stage. And what is that cell division stage? That cell division stage is mitosis. Very important, mitosis. So through this mitosis process, from this cell there will be productions of haploid gamete. And as we know, the mitosis is equational division. Mitosis is equational divisions. Generally these things we are getting in algae, maximum algae, okay, some fungi, some bryophytes, we are getting these features. Clear? And suppose this cell is diploid in nature, correct? So from this diploid cell there will be productions of haploid gamete. Now you tell me, this is diploid and this is haploid. So the diploid cell, they produce haploid gametes. How it is possible? It is possible by which stage? Definitely by meiosis. Definitely by meiosis. Why it's a meiosis? Because we know the meiosis is reductional division. Meiosis is reductional divisions. So that's why through the meiosis, the diploid set of chromosomes, can be converted into haploid set of chromosome. And this is a gamete producing cell definitely, and we can call this gamete producing cell as a meiocytes, correct? Okay, why? Cytes means we already know it's a cell, and the meo words came from the meiosis. That means in this cell there will be meiosis, correct? And this cell we can also call them as our gamete mother cell, GMC. We can call them as gamete mother cell. So where we can get this kind of the meiocytes? Generally we are getting in higher organisms. Okay, higher organisms. Examples: mammals, maximum mammals, higher plants, angiosperms, gymnosperms. Everywhere we are getting these kinds of the phenomenon. Okay, so let's start with the few chromosomal number. Okay, few chromosomal number. How much chromosomes are present? How many chromosomes are present in meiocytes and in particular in gametes? So we will try to explain these ones with few examples. So let's start with that. So think about human being. Okay, so what will be the chromosomal number in meiocytes and chromosome number, C number in meiocytes and chromosome number in gametes? Okay, so human, how many chromosomes are present in our body? We know in diploid state there is a 46 chromosomes are present. Okay, so how many chromosomes will be present in the gamete? Definitely 23. Okay, in case of our rice, okay, so in case of the rice, total how many chromosomes will be present? So in case of the rice, total chromosomes number is 24 in gametes. Okay, 24, sorry, there is a not 24, there is a 12. Okay, and there will be 24. Okay, in case of potato, in their diploid, in their gametes, there will be total 24. So here it will be 48. Clear? So now question is that in which organisms we are getting maximum number of chromosomes? In which organism we are getting maximum number of the chromosome? It's a very important. There is a one fern. Name of the fern is Ophioglossum. Ophioglossum. What is this Ophioglossum? This Ophioglossum is a type of fern. Okay, so in their meiocytes, the total number of chromosome is this much. So as a result, in the gametes, how many chromosomes will present? So 613. So this is very much important. In which organism we are getting highest number of chromosome? We are getting highest number of chromosome in a fern. Name of the fern is Ophioglossum. Okay, clear? So now we come to the another point of this pre-fertilization period, that is the sexuality in organism. Sexuality in organism. So sexuality in organism. So if you come to the sexuality of the organism, so that means if it comes to the angiosperm, think angiosperm. So in the angiosperms, there are the four important features are there. What are those important features? G for gynoecium, A for androecium, C for carpel, K for calyx. So this gynoecium, it's also called as pistil. Androecium, it's also called as stamen. This also called as corolla or also called as petal, and this is calyx or sepal. Correct? Now if we come to the angiosperm, so in the angiosperm, so there is a particular fascinating character is present. What is that fascinating character? That fascinating character is flower. So in the flower, two conditions is possible, but the condition is that in a flower, the male and the female part. What is the female part and male part? This is the female part and this is the male part. So if the male and the female part is present togetherly, so what we can call them? We can call them as bisexual condition. Okay, if the male and female part is present in the particular flower togetherly, we can call that flower as a bisexual flower. Example, we know already: China rose, sweet potato, okay. And another condition is possible: either that flower have the female part, otherwise the flower have the male part. If that flower has only female part, we can call that flower as a pistillate flower. What we can call that? We can call that as pistillate flower. And if that flower has only the male part, we can call that flower as staminate flower. इसका मतलब क्या है? फ्लावर के अंदर में सिर्फ फीमेल पार्ट रहेगा, तो उस फ्लावर को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? पिस्टिलेट फ्लावर. और फ्लावर के अंदर में सिर्फ मेल पार्ट रहेगा, तो उस फ्लावर को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? यस, करेक्ट, स्टैमिनेट फ्लावर. अब बोलो, इस जो फ्लावर है, इस फ्लावर से कौन सा सेक्सुअल गैमेट्स प्रोडक्शन होगा और इस फ्लावर से कौन सा सेक्सुअल गैमेट प्रोडक्शन होगा? डेफिनेटली फ्रॉम दिस पिस्टिलेट फ्लावर देयर विल बी प्रोडक्शन ऑफ egg. There will be production of egg, and from this flower यहाँ से क्या तैयार होगा? यहाँ से तैयार होगा pollen grain. Pollen grain. Clear? That is the bisexual and the unisexual condition in the flower. So let's move to the other points of these features or sexuality in the organisms, that is the monoecious and the dioecious condition. So the monoecious and the dioecious condition. Now what is this monoecious and the dioecious condition? This monoecious monoecious and dioecious. So this monoecious or dioecious condition, so this monoecious condition, it's also called as homothalic. Okay, the monoecious condition is also called as homothalic, and the dioecious condition is also called as heterothalic. Now the mono words means single. Mono means single. That means in this monoecious organism or in this monoecious flower, correct, there is a single structure, and in that single structure the male and the female part both are present, or the male or the female flower both are present. That means the monoecious means in single plant, the male and as well as female flower both are present, correct. And the dioecious condition means the male and the female flower it present on different plant. It present on different plant. So male and female flower present on different plant body. Okay, let's add some example. So if we come to these monoecious conditions, generally those are the lower plants. Okay, and in the dioecious conditions, definitely these are the higher plants, correct. We can write some examples over here. Cucurbits means kaddu. Okay, coconut, nariyal, we already know. And in the dioecious conditions, so what we can discuss the dioecious conditions. The dioecious conditions generally we are getting in papaya. Okay, they have the different male plants or female plants. We are getting already the male plant and the female parts, they are different. So papaya is an example of this dioecious plant. Okay, now in case of the animal, what will happen? So in case of the plant, we can tell this is a monoecious plant, this is a dioecious plant. But in case of the animals, what we can call? So we already know the human. So the humans, generally the male and the female body is different, correct. स्त्री और पुरुष दोनों ही different body में होता है, एक साथ में तो होता नहीं है. But in some lower animals, what happens? In their body, the male part and female part दोनों एक साथ में ही रहता है. तो उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं hermaphrodite. So this is a very important point. So this is hermaphrodite. So what is the hermaphrodite? That means the male part and the female part both are present in single body. Okay, generally in case of animals. Okay, so examples, excited examples. Few examples are there. Sponges, leech, you already know, leech, earthworm. So इन लोग के अंदर में क्या होता है? मेल एंड द फीमेल पार्ट दोनों एक ही साथ एक ही ऑर्गेनिज्म के अंदर में रहता है, इसलिए इस ऑर्गेनिज्म को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? hermaphrodite. Clear? So these are the all events of the pre-fertilizations under the point gametogenesis. Now we will focus into the gamete transfer. We will focus into gamete transfer. That is the second point of this pre-fertilization periods. So it starts with gamete transfer. So जो गैमेट है हम लोग अब तक देखेंगे गैमेट कैसे प्रोडक्शन होता है, गैमेट का प्लॉइडी क्या होता है, गैमेट कहाँ से प्रोडक्शन होता है, ये सब हम लोग जाने। अब जो क्वेश्चन है, गैमेट एक बॉडी से और एक ऑर्गेनिज्म से दूसरे ऑर्गेनिज्म के पास कैसे जाएगा, तो इसे हम लोग को जानना पड़ेगा गैमेट ट्रांसफर। नाउ जनरली वी नो दैट वन, द मेल गैमेट्स they are smaller in size and the female gametes they are generally larger in size, correct? Okay, and generally the male gametes are motile. Why they are motile? because इसका साइज छोटा है इसलिए तैर सकता है, ये चल सकता है, बट फीमेल गैमेट्स को हम लोग देखेंगे साइज में बड़ा है इसलिए चल नहीं सकता है, करेक्ट? सो दैट्स व्हाई द फीमेल गैमेट इज नॉन मोटाइल. सो लेट्स राइट दैट इंफॉर्मेशन दैट male gamete generally they are small, okay, and they are motile, where the female gamete they are generally larger compared to male gamete and they are non-motile. ये चल नहीं सकता है. so, अब ये चल सकता है तो चलने के लिए कुछ चाहिए ना, नहीं तो ये चलेगा कैसे? तो चलने के लिए गैमेट्स के अंदर में जनरली क्या रहता है? फ्लैजेला रहता है. क्या रहता है? फ्लैजेला. सो मेल गैमेट्स के अंदर में मैक्सिमम प्लांट्स और एनिमल गैमेट्स जो होता है उसके अंदर में फ्लैजेला रहता है. सो ये फ्लैजेला के जरिए तैर सकता है, तैर के इस फीमेल गैमेट के पास जा सकता है. सो क्या है, जो मेल गैमेट्स के पास फ्लैजेला रहता है तो उसको तैरने के लिए कुछ मीडियम चाहिए और मीडियम के जरिए वो तैरता है, तैर के फीमेल गैमेट्स के पास पहुंचता है. एज वी ऑलरेडी नो दैट इन आवर ब्रायोफाइट्स, टेरिडोफाइट्स, यहाँ पे क्या होता है, जो मेल गैमेट्स होता है ये पानी के जरिए तैर के फीमेल गैमेट तक पहुंचता है, करेक्ट? सही कि नहीं? बट क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे है, जिस मेल गैमेट के पास ये फ्लैजेला नहीं रहेगा वो कैसे जाएगा, वो कैसे फीमेल गैमेट के पास जाएगा? जाहिर सी बात है यहाँ पे कुछ है नहीं, तो चलने के लिए कुछ चाहिए, कुछ एजेंट चाहिए. तो वो एजेंट क्या है? तो एजेंट होता है यहाँ पे एयर, एज वी आर गेटिंग इन केस ऑफ द जिम्नोस्पर्म एंड द एंजियोस्पर्म. In case of the gymnosperm and angiosperm, what is happening? These male gametes they doesn't have any kind of the flagella, correct? So flagella इसको नहीं रहता है, तो क्या होता है, यहाँ पे मीडियम काम करता है विंड. विंड के जरिए ये लोग ब्लो होके फीमेल गैमेट के पास पहुंचेगा और फीमेल ओवरी तक पहुंचेगा, करेक्ट? सो इन केस ऑफ द एंजियोस्पर्म एंड जिम्नोस्पर्म, क्या होता है, यहां पे काम करता है विंड, करेक्ट? और यहां पे कैसे होगा? एज वी नो द स्ट्रक्चर, ये विंड के जरिए जो मेल गैमेट है उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? पोलन ग्रेन. सो इस पोलन ग्रेन इसके ऊपर में ट्रांसफर होता है, इस स्ट्रक्चर को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? स्टिग्मा. अब इस स्टिग्मा है जो स्टाइल है, इस स्टाइल के जरिए ये कहां पे ट्रांसफर होता है? इस ट्रांसफर होता है ओव्यूल के अंदर में. तो यहाँ पे क्या है? मोटाइल स्ट्रक्चर, इसके पास फ्लैजेला है, तो फ्लैजेला के जरिए ये फीमेल गैमेट तक पहुंचता है. मगर जो एंजियोस्पर्म और जिम्नोस्पर्म का जो पोलन ग्रेन होता है उसके पास फ्लैजेला नहीं रहता है, तो बिना फ्लैजेला का ये कैसे पहुंचेगा? तो विंड है, विंड के जरिए ये फीमेल स्ट्रक्चर को ओवर स्टिग्मा के ऊपर आता है, और स्टिग्मा जो यहाँ पे स्टाइल होता है, इस स्टाइल के जरिए जो गैमेट है, इस गैमेट फीमेल ओव्यूल तक पहुंचेगा. That is the transfer of the gametes in case of the plants and animals, correct? But in case of the animals or in case of the plants, if you look into that one, the male gamete हमेशा maximum number में production होता है compared to female gametes. Okay? यहाँ पे million male gametes production होता है ये female gamete के जरिए, correct? क्या होता है? क्यों होता है? यहाँ पे मेल गैमेट्स का नंबर मैक्सिमम क्यों होता है कंपेयर टू फीमेल गैमेट? बिकॉज यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन है, ये जो मेल गैमेट से फीमेल गैमेट तक पहुंचता है तो यहाँ पे बहुत सारा मीडियम रहता है. कहाँ पे मीडियम? वाटर, समवेयर मीडियम इज विंड, करेक्ट? तो यहाँ पे जब मीडियम काम करता है, इन दैट मीडियम द चांसेस ऑफ वायबिलिटी ऑफ दिस मेल गैमेट इज वेरी मच लेस. So suppose the million sperm released from this male structures. So ultimately only few male gametes will able to transfer to the female gametes. So what happens, यहाँ पे जो मेल गैमेट का जो लॉस होने का चांस होता है, इस चांस मैक्सिमम होता है, और इस मैक्सिमम जो लॉस का चांस होता है, that chance can be compensated by the production of the maximum number of the male gametes. So suppose यहाँ पे million gametes production होगा, तो million gametes के अंदर में suppose तो जो लाखों gametes wind में, water में खराब हो गया, so ultimately कुछ तो कुछ बचेगा जो female gamete तक पहुंचेगा, correct? So that's why what happens, to compensate their loss, the male gametes always produce in huge number, always produce in huge number. Clear? That's a very much important point, correct? Now in the next video we will discuss about the process of fertilization. I hope so you enjoyed this lecture today, correct? So please subscribe our channel, like our channel, and if you have any questions, please comment, please write in the comment box. Clear? So till then, thank you.